Hello.
Hello, I am not Gabby Bryan.
Who are you?
I'm David Bryan.
That's amazing news.
And who aren't you?
I'm not David Bryan. I'm going to go ahead and be Gabby Bryan.
This is episode
13.
1-3, Lucky 13.
Lucky 13 or Unlucky 13. What's the truth of the matter?
We will know in a half hour.
That's so true.
It is.
Dad, you said you had something to tell me on the podcast, and you've had a little evil little twinkle in your eyes since the moment you walked in here. So why don't you reveal your secret?
It's just a very home thing. It just was. I got one of those from the good folks at Amazon. I got one of those kind of packages where we always have at our house.
Yeah.
We have a gate, and there's a big sign that says "Don't leave packages here."
Yep.
And where do you think they leave packages?
Right on top of that sign.
Right on that sign that says "Don't leave packages here." So I got one of those on the wonderful folks at Amazon. Send us money. Bezos.
Oh, Bezos, please.
Just give us your dinghy.
I know
on your yacht.
Yeah, I know it's not like PC to love Amazon, but the Bryan Family Corporation has decided to give it all up. The planet's already dead in our opinion.
Yes.
Might as well look good while it burns. You understand?
That's right. And we use a lot of boxes.
We are big components to the great American trash patch in the ocean.
Exactly.
So sorry.
So I put together, so there's this thing you could buy. It's a big plastic one for outdoors and waterproof. So somebody can open it up, put the package in there. It drops it into there. So then they can't get their little measly hands. Somebody else can't steal it from you. Has
we
a little
live on a
lock
highway.
thing. Yeah, nobody's going to do it. But it has a lock thing so then you can get it. So I was like, great. Only came in 4,500 fucking pieces.
Of course.
So I was putting it together today, got up. I said, we're going to do this.
Got up at what time? Let's be clear.
10 a.m. 10 a.m.
10 a.m., which is early.
And that's the
for
crack
us.
That's the crack of dawn for me.
That's the crack of
Birds were
ass for me.
Birds were singing. The sun just rose.
Yeah. Everyone was on their way to work.
I usually get up the crack of noon. Mm-hmm. Noon 30. So I got this thing together, follow the directions. I'm good for that stuff. I'm a good dad for that. There's dads out there, as we know, we put together stuff.
Yes.
Put together stuff for you when you moved into your college. I went in there and put all that. One time in a row.
One time
then
in a row.
Then you're on your own. I'm like, the rest of your life, you're good.
He acts like he taught Helen Keller how to read, that he put together one desk chair in my dorm. I mean, parents move kids into their apartment endlessly. That was the last place he saw that I lived. Do you understand? And all you put together was one desk chair. You didn't put together the bed. It was already made.
I put together the money to pay for everything, so you'd be quiet.
Really good point.
So I was putting it, follow the directions, do the thing in there, put it together, snap the whole thing in. The directions were wrong.
No.
Yes, the things are supposed to be on the other side. And once you click it in, you can't unclick it. Well, you can unclick it.
How'd you unclick it?
With a screwdriver. I got nasty with it.
You got nasty with it?
Yeah, and I clicked it all back there and got the whole thing together, cursed, and then I was like, the one little piece that you pop in, and that thing broke. I was like, God damn it. So I threw away all the stuff, and I looked in the one piece of plastic, there was one spare. I'm like, couldn't you have just one spare?
Yeah,
The spare was there. I clicked it back in, put the whole thing together. So now what'll happen is I'm going to move that down by the front.
Amazing news.
And they're going to put the packages on top of it.
On top of it, for sure. You know what I really hope, like in thousands of years to come, when either the planet explodes or human beings are searching for their ancestry and searching for what happened in the past, that they find this episode of the podcast and they try to figure out what the fuck you just said.
Exactly. In the future, Amazon will probably be like you just think it and then it just happens.
That'd be awesome. Boots, 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 boots.
Bam, 3% extra charge for a credit card.
Yeah. Well, I'm really happy for you.
Yes, it was a big day.
You're glowing. I mean, you're clearly glowing from this.
It was excellent. And then I dealt with the cardboard, and you have to break up the cardboard.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm head of sanitation.
One of David Bryan's favorite pastimes is breaking down cardboard.
Yes, it's because one of my first jobs was at Rickles. You probably don't even know what Rickles is.
No. Don?
It was not Don. It was the Home Depot. Had a song, Rickles helps you do it better. Do it better at Rickles, right? So I got this job, and it really sucked.
Amazing. It really sucked.
It really sucked. Oh my God! There was like in the back, there was a gigantic parking lot in the back, and it had bags of stone that you could buy and peat moss and all things like in a bag.
Yeah.
And of course, all the bags were broken. And
It's spilling everywhere.
my boss said to me, "You have the summer, make that all back to where it was."
No. So you were just picking up gravel?
For $2 an hour.
Oh.
Like I said, in today's dollars, that's still $2 an hour.
That's about $2.
Yeah, maybe 2 cents.
Yeah.
And yes, so I'm glad they went out of business and fuck them.
Wow, that reminds me of the 3 years in a row that I pretended to be a botanist at this garden center in Brooklyn because I needed I needed extra cash.
Didn't you do you did their media, right? Didn't you?
I convinced this garden center, shout out.
You know everybody's watching this just in case.
Yeah.
Okay.
I convinced them that not only was I a botanist, fake news, that I would do all their social media and then I would write it all on ChatGPT. You don't even know what that is. Do you know what that is?
I do know what that is.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What is it?
It's a thing that's chat. It types for you.
Yes.
No, I know.
It's AI.
It's AI. I had the travel one. I mean, the trial one.
Yeah.
Then I put in
The travel one.
no, not trial. I meant. And then I even put in like, let me see if it could write a song. I'm like, write a Bon Jovi song like "It's My Life."
Yeah. And did it?
It did it.
Was it good?
It wasn't good, but there was a couple of rhymes that I was like, ooh, that's not so bad.
We might rip that.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Maybe we should have it write a joke in the style of Gabby Bryan.
Do it right now.
Oh, let's do it.
Can we do that?
I don't know. I don't think I'm known enough on artificialintelligence.com to. Yeah, can you do it?
Let's see. Because I know they have another one. It's a crazy one that does for music.
Yeah.
When I was in Nashville, our friend, a producer, showed me this one. He's like, come up with a dance tune like Taylor Swift talking about breaking up with your third boyfriend. And it came out and it sounded like beats, background vocals, all the words, everything like it was fully produced.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable.
Lizzie, are you going to say? Yeah.
Not good.
So a horse walks into the bar. Why the long face?
Write a joke in the style of Gabby Bryan. Why did the smartphone go to therapy? Because it had too many psychological issues.
Ooh.
Psychological issues.
That's a fail.
Okay, so you're calling me not funny. Okay, so what I'm hearing from this is you're calling me not funny.
That's right. You know what you say to that? Screw you, artificial intelligence.
And also fuck you, because one time a therapist told me I should be a therapist, so.
Okay, well, that's enough of our AI.
Wow.
I'm exhausted.
That also reminds me of, do you remember pocket spell checks? They were like little, like they looked like a calculator, but it was a spell check. Obviously, I needed that because I'm the worst speller of all time. And it was in your pocket.
Obviously pocket.
And it was a spell check. And you would type in a word and it would say, no, you fucking idiot.
That sounds like the most useless thing in the world.
It was amazing. This is before computers.
Oh,
This is before you could say, Alexa, how do you spell necessary? Me. That's an impression of me every single day. Alexa, how do you spell necessary? How do you spell necessary?
Ask Alexa.
Should we go into our questions?
Let's do it. Excuse me.
God, I'm so tired. I was up all night watching television.
I saw on your Instagram.
I don't think I have an addictive personality until I start TV, and then I'm like, this is addict behavior.
You got to turn it off.
Yeah.
Got to turn it off.
Okay. The Bryans. Do we have a theme today? No.
Our theme is no theme.
Our theme is no theme, and we have, to start, a Bryan-specific question.
Okay.
What other names did your parents consider for you? I'm so mad about this. This has me immediately furious.
Let's start at my parents. How about that?
Okay.
Let's start
and give
there.
me a second to
and then we'll go for the
cool
trickle down theory. You could just calm down, right?
I'm going to go to a happy place,
Yes,
maybe
go.
a beach in Boca or something while you,
Think
because I'm
about-
about to rip into you. Do you understand?
Think about my name.
David.
Named after, I
The
don't
King
know.
of Israel.
King David. That's correct.
Yeah.
My parents said actually they didn't have a name for me.
Really?
I was too perfect and beautiful, and they couldn't figure it out. My Uncle Tommy, who you know and love, who you knew and loved, because he passed
R.I.P.
away.
Rest
We
in
loved
power,
him.
King.
Up in there, we love him. He named me David.
He did?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, see?
You said like the king.
And it was David Bryan was my middle name,
Yep.
and my last name was Rashbaum,
Rashbaum. And I think the many
which
gods.
I threaten
Yeah.
to change back. When you were young and you guys were acting up, I went, I'll be just like Mellencamp, John Cougar. And I go, I will change our name back to Rashbaum. And you have to
2
write it.
fucking seconds.
And you have to write it all on the inside of your clothes when you go to summer camp.
I would absolutely kill myself if my name was Gabby. Already a problem. Rashbaum.
Come on, that's perfect.
Coming to the stage, Gabby Rashbaum. People are like, Jesus.
Wow.
Is
Give
she
me my money
Jabba
back.
the Hutt?
Give me my money back.
Thank God you changed your name.
But on
before
the
that.
first record, I was David Rashbaum.
And I think we've talked about this before, but on your Wikipedia page, I am still on your Wikipedia page as Gabrielle Luna Rashbaum. That's never been my name. It's never been my name for one day on this planet.
No, you can change it.
No, I tried. I've tried to change it 100 times. They refuse to change it. It's Colton Moon Rashbaum, Gabrielle Luna Rashbaum.
And you know what?
Like that, I can't even pronounce that, okay? And Tiger Lily Rashbaum.
Because I put a block on both of you from ever all three of you forever changing.
How dare you? And then now nothing links because that's not my name.
No.
So nothing links. God damn it.
I'm for any kind of legal issues I have, I'm formally known as.
Oh, that's nice.
I have to have a name.
Oh, like Kanye.
Yes. Or like Prince.
What?
Oh, we have a joke.
Do you have it? Did you bring it up?
Let's see.
So it's true, but look at the last sentence.
Oh, there's been an addition.
What?
There's been an addition. Personal life, this is about you. David Bryan married April McLean. They had 3 kids, Gabrielle Luna Rashbaum, Colton Moon Rashbaum, and Tiger Lily Rashbaum. Bryan's daughter, Gabrielle, is now a stand-up comedian and podcast host who goes by the name Gabby Bryan. You motherfuckers. You motherfuckers.
Thank you.
Do you think if I had to pick a stage name, it would be Gabby Bryan, not Dua Lipa? Do you think why would get this Lizzie?
And you know why I changed it?
Why?
Because the first record, I was fine with that. I was my name.
Yeah.
And then I was doing interviews all the time with John. It would be John Bon Jovi, and it was David Rashburn, all the different ones. And it was finally when it was David Bushman. I was like, I am fucking done.
I'm done.
Done. I'm changing my name. And then I didn't legally change my name. So then I didn't know who the fuck I was because I put a credit card down for David Rashbaum, but I was still David Bryan.
Yeah, then you're confusing everyone.
And so then I became one guy, one name, one person. And
One icon.
One icon.
Now, if I could quickly start an argument.
Okay.
I mean, we just saw my siblings' names are Tiger Lily and Colton. Cool names, interesting names. Oh, I wonder what their parents do. Sound like artists. Then they get to me and they name me Gabby.
Gabrielle.
Yeah, but you never called me Gabrielle. You called me Gabby from the jump,
Only when you're in trouble.
which is always.
Yes. Gabrielle, get up here.
Gabby? I like it now. But you went Gabby and then my middle name is Luna. That's like naming a kid Kyle.
Well, first of all, you haven't stopped talking since you were born, so Gabby is definitely appropriate.
True, and guess who got you a job out of it? Go fuck yourself.
Hello, that's why I kept talking. If your name was shut up, nothing would have happened.
That's so true. I'd be a model. I mean, you couldn't have named me. You nailed it with the second name, Luna. I could be Luna Bryan now. I could wear a bunch of turquoise. I could pretend like I'm 2% Native American. Like I would have a whole personality like set in stone. And now I'm Gabby.
Because I like the moon. That was the whole thing I loved about the moon. I saw the moon landing. I was 7 years old.
Famously.
I went outside. I looked at the moon. I got a little globe of the moon. I thought it was great.
So you said, let's do the most boring first name of all time and then hit him with the second name that they never use ever.
Well, I got Colton Moon.
Yeah, sick
Gabby.
name. Sick name. He's a real estate agent. Like, I'm sorry. The one child who goes into Hollywood.
Hello. So Gabby Luna, you're like, I don't like Luna. I go, it's short for lunatic. I go, that could be your DJ name.
You were going to name me Charlie, which is so sick.
Yeah, it could have been.
Charlie Luna Bryan. I mean, that's a Wilhelmina model.
Yeah. Change it.
It's too late, honey.
No,
I
it's
have a
not.
brand. I have an LLC.
So live with it.
I have been. 30 years on this earth. God damn it.
Change your name back to Rashbaum.
I've actually only met like 3 Gabbies. Okay, we have to start.
Okay.
These are our questions.
I'm ready.
Oh.
Uh-oh. See, I don't know the questions. Everybody go, do you know the questions before? Do you prepare? I go, yes, I bring a jacket.
Yeah.
And
glasses, usually.
And glasses. I'm prepared.
I mean, I don't see them until I open them. So
Okay, there you
don't
go.
even worry. First question. God bless you. Mother-in-laws. Why are they so difficult to get on with?
Wow.
Any thoughts?
Is this their mother-in-law or just mother-in-laws in general?
I think it's more of the idea of mother-in-laws.
Because I think one mother's enough for any human being.
Yeah.
And it's like a pylon. Like you don't really want another mother.
Right.
Unless she's cooler. Sometimes the mother-in-law could be cooler than the mother. Then it's good. Then you swap.
Yeah, that's not necessarily been our experience.
No, the mother-in-law situation is one mother's enough. I'm going to go with that.
Yeah. Anyone I've ever dated, I've only met, I guess including high school boyfriend. That mom was sick. Second mom was sick.
Sick
Third
good
mom,
or sick?
Sick like
good sick.
like rock and roll.
Okay.
Third mom was English, like sweet, like little like cartoon of an English woman. But my only experience is that she made me a cup of tea the English way, and I almost puked and shit my pants at the same time.
It's strong.
Whoa, they do not. Our English breakfast tea doesn't even hold a candle to the actual good stuff.
Yeah.
On an empty stomach, I was talking to her, and I was like literally holding my asshole, and like I was like,
all exits
are a go.
And I have a question about that.
Yeah.
Now that I'm thinking about it, now that this beautiful mind is rolling. What's with the in-law? Why does it have to be law? Why is the law involved?
Because when it's like you're legally marrying someone, so that is your mother by law now.
In-law, not by law. It should be your mother by law.
Your mother by law. Your mother by law. You are right, I guess. In-law, within law. I think by
That's
and within.
with. What's a silent w?
With in law. In the laws, she is your mother. I think it makes sense.
It's too deep.
I think it's height in language. It's almost Shakespearean in a way.
Yes. Okay.
Your mother, thine law.
Yes, your mother, thine in-law.
Thine
motherist.
Thine motherist in law. Thy lawyest.
Lawyest.
We're in a good mood. Okay.
Okay.
Question 2. Any advice for protective parents? My parents were very protective, which often stopped me from doing certain stuff. Parentheses, going out with friends, traveling, moving away for uni, etc. Uni, that's a context clue that this is in the UK. Now,
What's a uni?
Uni is what they call a university college in the UK. Uni.
Oh, I thought it was a unicorn.
Yeah, she didn't get to meet a unicorn because her parents were so Catholic or whatever. So now as a parent myself, I want to allow my children more freedom to make their own choices. Any advice on this from a parent or from the parent or the child perspective? This is actually interesting because I think after I was grounded 2 times in a row, which we've talked about, we developed a really good dynamic of how to play this game called life.
Yes.
The
game alive.
The game alive. In that, we didn't have a curfew.
No.
We could do whatever we wanted as long as we told you every single thing we did, including address of where we were going, if the parents were there or not, what drugs we did, what we were drinking. Well, this kind of makes you sound bad, but it's too late.
Really does sound.
Yeah.
Well, but listen, you were a very mature 8-year-old.
So it was my time to
we
shine
had
back.
boundaries. We had boundaries.
I love that clip that I said that I did crack at 23, and people are like, I hope this is a joke. It wasn't.
That's right.
It wasn't a joke, and it was an accident. I remember smoking a lot of weed at a high school party. And you were on tour, and Lexi was home, my stepmom. And I came home because I hated sleeping out. So I guess I drove high. Is that illegal?
All the time.
C'est la vie. And I got home and I knocked on her door and she woke up and I said, I'm on a lot of weed right now. And she said, good to know. And then we both went our separate ways.
Just checking in.
Yeah, just checking in. I want you to know if my heart stops tonight, it's because I smoked a bong.
No, your heart won't stop. You just eat your ass off. That's it. You just go to the refrigerator and eat your hand.
So what do you have to say?
Well, there's it's too general. Like you have to have like protective, as in doing stupid things. You want your kids to take risks, but not like, hey, I'm going to jump off the mountain and see both my legs break. That's like a stupid thing.
Cayó.
Yes, Cayó. That's the bad thing to do.
what does Cayó mean again?
Say Cayó. So I took Spanish 1 for 6 years, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not good at it, but I have a very incredible understanding of the basics.
Yeah.
I like wow, like donde está el baño? Where's the toilet?
Yep.
I know how to say if I fall off a mountain, you go se cayó, bang, rompe la pierna, rompe la pierna. So I fall, you go, I'm falling, and I broke my leg.
Yeah.
So if that ever happens, I'm
Nailing
nailing
it.
nailing that Spanish.
Yeah. What about puta madre?
Shit. That's different.
That means your mother's a bitch.
Exactly. Or it could mean something good, like the puta madre is good too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Two
I didn't
meanings.
know that.
Two meanings.
Two meanings.
I hate it when words have two meanings. So yes, so you have to be. You want your kids to experience life. Mm-hmm. You kind of want them to fall because you can't protect them all the time. They need to fall because you only learn from when you get up.
Yeah.
When they say cayod. When you get up, that's when I had a song called "You Only Learn from the Minute We All Fall Down." You only learn from the minute you get up off the ground.
What song's that?
Called "We All Fall Down."
Oh, well, there you go. From what?
A song that never came out, so don't steal it. It's
Don't
already
steal
been
that.
copyrighted.
Idiots.
So so let your kids roam, let them live within reason.
It's an interesting thing now because what I'm learning is that all of the parents that are like just under your generation, what is that, Gen X parents, have geotagged all of their children. They have all their locations. They like put fucking geotags in their shoes, like all this truly
Under the
psychotic stuff. They tag them like dogs, and I'm like, is that good or is that bad? Because we built up such an independent, like my generation is so independent. I think because we were the last generation to just walk out the front door and go do our thing, and now kids are like, like our friends were telling that, oh, you weren't there. One of our friends was telling a story when we were in Nashville that he has his daughter's location on the phone. So she was grounded, snuck out of the house, left the phone at the house, obviously, to not get tracked. But now she's in the woods with no phone, where it's like, it's kind of...
Now that's it. Now you've entered stupidity.
Yeah, but now it's like... And that happened to my friend's little sister too, just leaving the phone at home, where it's like kind of not working.
See, in my generation... It was, I would leave the front door because, the mother stayed home. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Father went to work.
Right.
I would live across the park.
1805.
Yep. They just invented the wheel. And then I would take my bike, go to my friends. And the rule of, it was right after school, after I was done playing piano. Mm-hmm. And then we would go out and you'd be home by dinner time.
Yeah.
So
Which was what time?
We had a watch. That was, my father usually worked till 6. So he was home at like 6:30 probably, maybe at the latest. And we always had to be there for dinner. Mm-hmm. Then after dinner, I couldn't wait to get the fuck out of the house.
Yep.
Went out again, played with my friends, and you had to be home by like 10 o'clock. And that was it.
That's crazy because growing up, our dinner time was 10 o'clock.
Well.
Wasn't your mom a flight attendant?
She was not a flight attendant. She did reservations for Eastern Airlines.
Oh, so she was one of the people you call and you're like,
I would have to
fucking kill you.
Oh yeah, she was correct.
Wow, her personality was perfect for that.
It was perfect. I said, shut up, you.
Yeah.
That's right. You're lucky you got on the plane.
Yeah, that would be exactly. You sound like a fucking disappointment.
Exactly.
She was wild, rest in power queen.
Yes.
Yeah. So you're encouraging freedom.
Freedom freedom,
with
but not
open dialogue.
Yes, always open dialogue.
It is a really nice thing. Like one of my best friends, her parents were really Catholic, like so Catholic that the mom always used to try to convert me. This is true. And the only way that we were allowed to go to the beach was if I went to morning service with them.
Church service. So I would have to go, just the only Jew in town, by the way. I would have to go sit in church and listen to whatever that was, by the way. With your blonde hair and everybody being an Italian brown haired.
Yeah, none of it really added up. And I would sit in church for an hour listening to y'all do your church thing. And then we were driven to the beach. So, so she was really strict. And we would climb out her window and she was the craziest one out of all of us.
It's always that way. If you're super strict, you get a crazy kid.
Yeah.
It's the
psychopath.
Opposite. It's the opposite.
Smoking salvia in the woods.
Oh, yeah. I don't even know what that is, but I wouldn't do it.
It was awesome. I did it, but I was allowed.
Is that saliva?
No. No, my sweet angel.
What is salvia?
It's none of your business. You did meth for years.
I'm going to Google it.
Let's see actually what salvia is. Honestly, it's in my body and I have no idea what it is. What is salvia?
Smoked it. Can't you just smoke weed like everybody else?
Salvia is an herb that's native to the mountains of southern Mexico. Well, that doesn't feel right. Drug. What is salvia drug? Yeah.
Same thing.
It's natural.
Yes, that was weed.
It's obviously natural, and its full name is Salvia divinorum. So, You're lucky I'm alive. Anyways, yeah, we encourage freedom.
Yes, and no salvia.
No salvia. I was actually pretty tame. Colton was crazy.
Yeah, but he always hid it. You didn't hide it.
Yeah, I thought we were doing the whole open thing.
We were, but he was smarter.
I used to pick up Colton from parties, and I'd go find him, and I'd say, Dad wants us home. You have to get in the car. And he'd look at me, and he'd run into the woods.
Which is funny, is when you told me that once, I was laughing my ass off because that is a David Bryan trait. With my friends growing up.
Yeah.
I would get hammered and then look with, nobody's home and then run for us. I would run as fast as I could. So we were all in St. Bart's on our vacation.
Yeah, don't tell them that. It makes us look bad.
What, when I ran?
Well, St. Bart's is, I just tell people we go to Epstein's Island.
Okay, so when we were at that island.
That alleged island.
Yes, I did the
look
same thing.
Look at the list. Check the small print.
Exactly. I was hammered again and I looked at you guys blank and I ran.
Yeah.
And then Lexi said to Colton, that's your problem.
That's your problem. I mean, it felt like true reparations at that point where I looked at Colton and I said, I've done this for you 20 times. Go get Dad.
And I'm on the beach and there's sailboats and posts running out. I could have taken my, take an eye out.
Listen, we partied.
Okay. We still
Okay.
do.
Quick we have to wrap up actually.
No, we have one more question.
No, we chatted too long in the beginning.
You have one
We
more?
do one more? Okay. But this is such a good one. I almost want to save it for the next. Because it's, okay. How do we talk to our son about sex? There's no age here, so you could go through, teen, adult.
Well, if he's 7,
each
that's
age.
weird.
7 feels young.
It's a little weird.
Did you give Colton the sex talk?
Yeah, remember the last episode we talked about, don't rape anybody.
Yep. That big thing.
Big thing, and wrap that rascal.
Wrap that rascal. What did you say to Colton?
I just said it.
That's it? That's
Yeah.
all you said?
Yes.
You said, son, we have to talk. Two
Son, we
things.
have to
Don't
talk.
rape anyone and wrap that rascal?
No, I said wrap the rascal first.
First. Well, that, okay.
Let's put priorities.
Oh, Jesus.
You get somebody pregnant, you're in trouble.
That's fucked up and so funny. Okay. Well, that's all you have to say?
Well, you said, you're not going to, it's, go on the Google machine. Everybody's looking at everything there.
Well, I have a joke about this. That's on television even, that I got my sex talk from my stepmom instead of my birth mom. So my talk was immediately so slutty right off the bat. She was including details that I just didn't really need yet. She was including style, religion, creed, color. She included a circumcised, uncircumcised. She included different countries in Europe. It was such a detailed talk in the best way.
But I remember her saying that if you have sex, you'll get herpes on your vagina.
And die.
And you will die, so never have sex.
Yeah. Well, she gave me the sluttiest, most global sex talk ever. And then she said, that being said, you will get herpes and die. And I was like, I cannot latch on to anything here.
No, that's what she was doing, keep you on your toes.
Yeah, and she made me watch that herpes commercial.
Valtrex.
Yeah. Well.
So there you go. So talk to your son openly and honestly and say, talk to your mother.
I have to be honest with you. Talk to your mother. Wow, that's been an episode of Let Me Ask My Dad podcast. Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe. Submit your questions on letmeaskmydadpod@gmail.com. And we'll see you next week.